It's the first video at day 27. We just left the hotel, which is back that way a little ways. Walking through some side streets here. Before you know it, we'll be at the Ohio River. And it's a pretty big milestone. As soon as we cross that, we'll be in the state of Kentucky. And then see what happens from there, you know what I mean? So, a little bit of a late start. It's going on 10:45 in the morning. I always like to sleep in when I get a hotel. You know, it's a good time to sleep in a little bit. But yeah, so far, decent little town here. Taking Taylor Street. They should cut through a little ways. Sometimes I walk the wrong direction for a little ways. I gotta check the map, you know, so I'm not walking out of the way too far. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, so far in North Madison, we've already run into a few cool people. Well, I ran into a family doing some landscaping outside of a house. They hooked me up with the ice cold water. And then I drank that pretty quick, so I swung into a gas station and grabbed a Gatorade, and the lady behind the counter, she was pretty nice, you know. We struck up a conversation. She ended up, I think she followed me on TikTok or YouTube. So overall, a pretty good morning so far. Pretty good start to the day. Not sure who this lady is, but she's a legend. There's the elementary school. You gotta love these narrow roads. Ain't much to walk on here. But overall, pretty cool neighborhood. I like that little wall they got built along the side there. Yeah, see what I'm saying? No room for error on this road. Love to see it. Pretty sketchy corner. Here's what it is. We're out of it now. All right, folks, here it is. The beginning of Michigan Road. Right there. There it is. Finally made it to the Ohio River. Eventually we'll be walking over that bridge. And then that's Kentucky over there, getting after it. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio River. It's a gorgeous view up here. Not bad at all. Yeah, we're still on the bridge here, but say we're officially in Kentucky. Getting after it. Now look at those big old hills I gotta climb up in a minute. That's not gonna be no fun. Just grabbed a few drinks at this little gas station here in Bedford. And now we're taking off here. Let's see how much farther we can get today. I had to swing into this little grocery store, the DG Market here. It's kind of like a dollar store, a little bit of an upgrade, like a actual small grocery store. Take a little break, grabbed a couple Gatorades from there. It feels nice to get the pack off, you know. I'm hauling that around all day, so. Yeah, not a bad day so far. It's going on. Let's get the Fitbit cleared up here. It's going on 5:45. So, not a bad day. Yeah, let's keep getting after it. I'm not really sure how far I'm gonna make it the rest of the day, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, sun's still shining. Not bad. Finally found myself a nice peaceful road. Not much traffic on here. It's not a bad area. Not bad at all. Making pretty good time today. Yeah, I can't complain. Feet are feeling pretty good. I have way too many drinks in my pack. I gotta stop drinking those monsters. It's my only bad addiction. I got 3 of them in my bag right now, just waiting, you know, and also a full Gatorade and the whole gallon of water. Plus I got about a little under half a gallon or half a Gatorade in my pocket still. So I got more than enough fluids. Still got a bunch of muffins and stuff from the hotel I stayed at last night. Grabbed a bunch from breakfast this morning. Yeah. All in all though, it's been a pretty good day so far. I got no complaints. I'll see you on the next one. All right, so I finally found access to the water. So I was on that bridge up there, found this little trail to come down, and I was actually up on that bridge talking to a gentleman and his wife for quite a while. That was a pretty good conversation we had, and they said it'd probably be all right if I crashed down here tonight, but it's a pretty decent spot, you know. So I got a decent spot to wash my shirts out and possibly camp. If I was trying not to stay in the line of sight of the bridge here, someone was to look over, so fortunately I don't really have a good spot right here. So I was going to consider right here in this grassy area, but it's right in the open. You know, it's not really ideal. So, and of course you got all these rocks. I can't really stake down my tent. It's a little unfortunate. But you guys got to check this dam out over here. And this old bridge. Check this little guy out. Back in the day, it's all rotted out. Yeah. And then over here, this concrete dam is holding back quite a bit of water. And if you check out what's going on over here, it's a bit of a problem. And I'm not sure anybody really knows it exists. Just look at this. Got ourselves a bit of a leak. And that's going to turn into a very big issue because this dam is holding back a lot of water. So when that gives, it's going to be a fun day for somebody. But I won't be here to see it. I'm just staying for the night. So let's hope it don't happen tonight. Yeah, but overall, pretty cool spot. These people were having a little fun with some graffiti here. Give them a little exposure. But yeah, not a bad spot. Probably kick back here for an hour or so, and if I decide I can't really find a decent spot to camp, because there is a few more spots if I go higher up here. You know, I could go up here where I got my pack stashed, and it's pretty much the same problem. You know, it's not really flat, it's pretty rocky, and this is a trail, so you know, what are the odds someone comes down here tonight? You know, and then if I go up this way, which is a pretty decent trail, but this leads to that old road. Yep, so here's the old access and Old Faithful here. Yeah, that'd be a interesting walk if I decided to go across that. I'd probably fall in. But yeah, and here's the access. Got that blocked off. But then, so I could stay up here, but this looks like it's used probably by this farmer, and this is probably his property at this point. So, I mean, not a lot of options here, because, like, what are the odds that this farmer comes down this road tonight? You know, That wouldn't be a very fun time. Yeah, and here's how high this is, how high the water is if this breaches. That's yeah, it's pretty high up there. So would not want to be around when this thing gives. And I was debating on jumping in here, but you never know what's in that water. So it's not the cleanest water. I prefer to see what I'm jumping into, not this murky water hiding something. So that's probably gonna be a no-go for the day. But yeah, not a bad spot. All right, I'll catch you all in the next one. So we got a campground coming up here to the right. Hoping we can grab a spot there tonight. If not really sure what the alternative is gonna be. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey buddy, what you got going on? You keeping me safe? You gonna keep me safe tonight? Yeah, so this is where I'm camping. There's the tent. This family here, oh, look at the pup. This family that lives in this house, let me stay the night here tonight. I got myself a little protector. Yeah, she's a good girl. The family that lives here said that this dog never lets anyone close. And she welcomed me with open arms. So I feel blessed. She's gonna look after me tonight. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.